Hey everybody, Pam and Jet here with another installment of Worst Movies You've Never Seen. Tonight's video, After the Fall of New York, 2019, After the Fall of New York. This movie is one of my favorite really, really bad sci-fi action kind of movies. It's a really, really awful, I believe, Italian, kind of Escape from New York ripoff. It's so absurd and it's so ridiculous and nothing makes sense, and I give it 2 thumbs up on the awesome bad epic fail kind of o-meter. So let me get into the story, give you a little bit of an explanation of how things go. We have our main character Parsifal, and he's like in this like Death Race 2000 kind of thing, and he kills a bunch of people, and like a scary clown gives him a transvestite, and then they go shoot some people, and then like the Pan American Confederacy calls him up on the phone and is like, hey, we want you to go into New York and find this chick, because the whole thing is that like in this horrible dystopian future in which they live, there are no babies, no, kind of a children of men kind of thing going on, where no human babies are being born anymore, and there's like a rumor that there's this one fertile woman in New York City, and that if they got her, then they could get the ball rolling again, I guess. And there's like the 2 warring factions, which is like the Urax, which is like the Euro-Afro-Asian group, and then there's the Pan American Confederacy, which I guess is like Canada. I almost said Canada. Canada, North America, South America, all that kind of stuff. And they're butting heads, and then the Urax blew everything up, and now there's radiation and no babies. So, Parsifal has to go to New York and pick up this chick. And he gets 2 sidekicks. He's got a guy with an eye patch and one of those, like, deer hunting, like, little balls on wire spinny mojigs that, like, you, like, would hunt a deer with. Like, you would, like, swing it around and throw it, and it would, like, wrap the deer's legs and it would fall, kind of things. And then this other guy who's got a claw hand. Not a hook hand, but, like, a pincery, horrible claw hand. And so they all go to New York, and they go swim through the sewers and get into the city and have a big fight with a bunch of guys in, like, a bus graveyard. And then they meet up with all these horrible rat hunting people and this midget named Shorty. And he's like, haha, that's my name, get it? And they all hang out, and then there's this hot chick who, of course, Parsifal's all like, and she's all like, and they automatically fall in love because that's how this shit happens, and then she gets raped by one of the other rat guys, and then the Urax, which, as I explained, they all come in, and they take all of them for experimentation, and then they notice that Parsifal and his 2 sidekicks, like, aren't part of the rat people group, and they notice that Giada's all hot and not mutated, because mostly everybody's got, like, horrible sores and scabs and green shit popping out of their head. But she doesn't. She's all clean and everything, so they take her. And the guy with the claw goes in a room with this horrible bald guy that's got freaking Picasso's Guernica up on his wall and thinks he's real hot shit. And the claw guy bugs his eyes out with his claw hand. And then, but Parsifal gets to, like, go in this room with, like, this weird chick with, like, a top ponytail, like a fountain ponytail coming out of her head, and she's, like, all up on his business and, like, trying to get it on with him and stuff. And, so, but then, like, eventually, like, then, like, the guy with the spinny thing and the eye patch comes back, and, because he, like, fucked off when they were all getting captured. And so he comes back, and he gets everybody, and they try to get out of there. But they couldn't really, and then I think the guy with the claw gets shot, because he's all like, no, you guys go, and I'll distract them while you leave, and then he's like, bastards! And he, like, jumps out at them, and he gets all shot, and the rest of them run away. So now it's Parsifal, it's our main guy, the guy with the eye patch, and the blonde. Um, and they escape, and then they're like, crap, I'm trying to think of what the fuck happens to them, because, like, most of this is really ridiculous, and I think they go with, like, all of the rest of, like, the dwarves, and into their little society, and then, that group, I think, gets attacked by all the, like, the ape people. Okay, like, the best character in this entire movie, hands down, is Big Ape. Big Ape is this, like, 7-foot tall guy, and he's kind of a monkey. He's got, like, hair here, and he's got, like, a really big brow, and, like, he's all like, I'm an ape, and, you know, they were hunting you guys down like you were bunches of bananas, ha ha ha. And he's dressed like a pirate for some reason, and he has all of, like, these other guys around him in, like, really bad Planet of the Apes makeup. And they all explain everything that's going on to him, and then Parsifal and the blonde have sex, because that's how it has to happen, obviously. And Big Ape's all like, well, I can have sex, I can have babies too, this broad ain't the only one who can have babies. So then they're still trying to find the chick that can actually, because the blonde isn't that chick. So then Shorty's like, I know where it is, it's like the professor and his daughter. So then they go and they find the professor, and he's in this, like, locked thing, and they have to blow up the door and everything. And they get in there, and it's, like, this dead guy in a chair, and this chick in, like, a Snow White casket. And it's, you know, like a glass casket kind of thing. And Big Ape's like, oh, she's dead. And Shorty's like, no, you fucking idiot, she's just in hyperstasis and crap. And that she was put in there before the war, and blah, 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 blah. So, of course, Big Ape's like, I'm gonna rape you, and, like, really wants the naked chick, or half-naked chick, in the bubble. And all the guys are over in the corner being like, well, how are we gonna get out of here? And then Shorty shows them that they have, like, a sport wagon with, like, armor on the sides. And while they're doing this, they're like, hey, blonde chick, go guard the 6-foot ape so that he doesn't rape the unconscious chick. And so she's like, yeah, alright, I'll keep an eye on him. So then she goes into the little room with, again, like, the 6-7-foot tall ape and the unconscious chick. And what happens? Big Ape clonks her on the head, she passes out, and he rapes the unconscious chick. Or you find that, well, that's sort of implied later on in the movie. I don't want to ruin everything for you, but I'm basically going to anyway, because it's really funny. So, then they put the stasis tube in the sport wagon, they drive it out, and, like, that's basically how most of them, like, they have to drive around like, there's this tunnel with light up traffic cones that they have to drive around, and it's all really, really absurd. There's so many little absurd things to this movie. Oh, but in order for them to escape in the sport wagon, somebody had to go, because then the Uraks were coming in, so they needed somebody to, like, go. So Shorty was like, I'm gonna go! I'll save you all! So he runs out into this big, like, junkyard, and they're chasing him, and they're, like, grabbing him, and, like, tell me where they're going, where's the woman, blah, 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 blah. And he's, like, looking around, and he sees, like, this engine block with, like, these two spiny things sticking out of it. And he's like, sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. And then he looks at it, and he goes, stupid bastards! And then he, like, impales himself on the two little spines. But he impales himself so slowly. It's like he just, like, let me gently push my chest into this. Oh... It's so funny. Oh my god, you guys need to watch this. But I'm almost out of time, so there it is. Movies After the Fall of New York. Go find it, watch it, enjoy it. It is a fantastic little fucking movie. Peace out.